Hello everyone! Today I, Shaggy of the House of Jeebus, shall be your non-binary manga meister, as I tell you about some upcoming English manga releases and talk about some titles that have been available for a while that you may not have heard of. All about the LGBTQ, or at least adjacent to it. I do this because, first of all, the more representation, the better. There already aren't that many LGBTQ manga series, at least not accurate or positive ones, and what is there doesn't all get brought over to North America and given an English release. But if people buy the books that do come over, that really increases the chances of more queer books getting licensed and translated into English. Which leads to reason number 2 for making this video. I want people to know about what's coming out. It can be really hard to know about new volumes of manga, especially when so much of the conversation is about shonen series. So hopefully this will let interested readers know about some series they otherwise might not have heard about. And to increase the odds of everyone who wants to read these books finding out about them, please share this video anywhere you like, with anyone you like, to spread the word about these very interesting manga. Without further ado, first up is something I am really looking forward to. XGender by Asuka Miyazaki. It follows a non-binary person that discovers at the ripe age of 33 that they like women. As the description says, it follows Asuka's feelings about their body, their relationships, and the fun and sometimes terrible experience of having an awakening in their 30s. So it pretty much checks all of my boxes. To begin with, I'm super happy to have something focusing on a non-binary character. While you see a lot more of it in manga than in anime, it can still be hard to find, especially if you want a character that is confirmed non-binary and not just one that is androgynous or assumed to be non-binary. Then there's the fact that it's an adult non-binary main character, which is even more rare. But with the proliferation of autobiographical manga, including this series, I'm sure it'll just become more common with time. And that's going to be a great thing to see. 7 Seas Entertainment is publishing XGender in English with the first volume of 2, I believe, releasing on June 14th, 2022. It's up for pre-order on just about any site that sells manga, like Right Stuff and Amazon. Next, Last Gender by Rei Taki. The description reads, the stories of sexual minorities gathering at a chic spot called Bar, California, looking for their sexuality and love. Whatever that means. But it promises a transgender bisexual character, a pansexual character, and a, quote, person who identifies as both male and female. Okay. So it will hopefully have some good representation, especially since it's 18+, meaning it'll be able to tackle some adult issues. Of course, it could also just be overly sexual and lean into stereotypes, but let's be optimistic. Last Gender is being published in English by Kodansha USA, and the first volume of 3 will come out on October 11th, 2022. Also from Kodansha is The Untouchable Midori Kun. Now, this series doesn't have any LGBTQ characters, but it is apparently sex positive, without being pornographic, and that's always good to see. It's about a man and woman meeting each other after going to school together, and each person being very different as adults. The guy, Midori, was awkward and average looking, but now he's the leader of a popular idol group. Charming and attractive, but also heavily scrutinized by society, he cannot be seen with Sasaki, who is an adult film actress. Described as a sweet rom-com and rated 16+, The Untouchable Midori Kun won't be smutty, and I'm hoping it will teach some good lessons about sex and how it's nothing to be ashamed of. It comes out May 17th, 2022 as an ebook. No physical release so far, but that can always change. Going back to 7 Seas, they are also publishing I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl. What a title. The description says, Mito Kenshiro has loved cosmetics all his life, keeping his obsession a secret. but when his childhood friend Hourou lets Kenshiro practice applying makeup on him, the results are earth-shattering for both of them. Apparently, Kenshiro then starts to find the feminine version of Hourou attractive, while Hourou starts cross-dressing and finding Kenshiro attractive. This seems to be a pretty popular series. It even has its own Wikipedia page, and it's definitely intriguing. It already has 4 volumes under its belt, so I think we're in for a good story. By Azusa Banjo? Great name, either way. I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl, Volume 1, comes out on June 7th, 2022. Next is a book from the author of Whispered Words, a series I really enjoyed, called The Two of Them Are Pretty Much Like This. It's about a screenwriter and a voice actor, both of whom are women, who live together as roommates, but are actually a couple. Based on what Whispering Words was like, I doubt there will be any overt discussion of why a gay couple feels they have to hide their relationship and why that is wrong, but there will no doubt be enough in the series to provoke discussion and provide relatable characters and situations, especially for people that, unfortunately, have to stay in the closet for whatever reason. I'm looking forward to this mostly because Whispered Words was really good, and because it's kind of hard to find Yuri series that don't feel like they're fetishizing lesbian relationships and drama surrounding such relationships. But this series seems to focus on the couple's comfortable day-to-day life, and I could always use a comfort read. The first volume of The Two of Them Are Pretty Much Like This by Takashi Ikeda comes out June 7th, 2022 from Seven Seas Entertainment. You might have noticed a trend with the publishers by now. Next, for the people that love to be confused, or who just want to throw the idea of gender itself out the door, comes the first volume of Crossplay Love, Otaku X Punk. Or just Otaku Punk, I don't know, by Hourou. It's about 2 boys that dress in feminine clothes and adopt female personas and end up falling for each other. Maybe. Shumei has a thing for a girl that works at a maid cafe, Hana, but he's too embarrassed to go into the cafe, so he dresses as a girl, Mei. Hana then develops a crush on Mei, aka Shumei, but Hana is actually Hanai, an introvert that can't talk to people unless he's dressed as a woman. Where will this lead? Who knows? But I am ready for the ride. Will either character figure out that they are trans? Will either character learn that they like to cross-dress as more than just a way to talk to people? Will they throw their notions of gender out the window and just love each other? I hope it's that last one, at least. Crossplay Love, Otaku Punk, in all its LGBTQ+ glory, hopefully, comes out August 16th, 2022. And again, it's from Seven Seas. I swear I tried to find upcoming LGBTQ series from other publishers, and I could not find anything. All the more reason for this video, right? And if you happen to know of any upcoming series, please let me and everyone else know in the comments. Before I end this video, I want to share some other LGBTQ manga I found that is not upcoming, but have been out for a while. I have not had the chance to read any of these series yet, but they instantly clicked with me, and I plan to read them all eventually when my wallet will let me, and I felt that I should share them with anyone who may not have heard of them either. First is Love Me for Who I Am, about a non-binary high schooler that starts working at a cafe filled with members of the LGBTQ community. As the description says, it explores gender, gender presentation, and sexuality from many different angles, including the ways people are pushed to conform in a world that doesn't understand them, until the world begins to learn one person at a time. Written by Kata Konayama, it consists of 5 volumes, all of which are available in English. I really want to check it out. Also, a lot of people mentioned the series in my non-binary video about Yuta from Stars Align. I heard you all, I know about this series, I just still haven't had a chance to read it yet. But thank you for the suggestions. Next is My Androgynous Boyfriend, about Wako, a manga editor, and her boyfriend Meguru, who knows a lot about fashion and makeup and is obviously androgynous. and beautiful, and is part of the genderless fashion subculture, a thing I did not know existed, but which I now love. It embraces gender non-conforming clothing and styles, and I'm all about destroying rudimentary gender boundaries. My Androgynous Boyfriend is by Tameko and currently has 3 volumes available in English. Finally, to wrap this video up, we have Our Dreams at Dusk, Shimanami Tasogare by Yuki Kamatani. It follows a gay high school boy that joins a sort of support group for members of the LGBTQ community. From what I've read about it, the series refrains from fetishizing any of the characters and includes a wide range of identities. Plus, the author is asexual and XGender, kind of the Japanese version of non-binary. It's amazing to have a series about the LGBTQ written by a member of the LGBTQ. It's a big deal and it really matters. Our Dreams at Dusk is a completed series with all 4 volumes available in English. I think I may have to pick this series up as soon as I can. Well, that's the video. Upcoming LGBTQ manga I'm excited about, and a few others I wish I already owned, but sadly I still need to buy. If you know anything about any of the series mentioned, please talk about them in the comments. And any recommendations you may have. It's hard being queer, and finding relatable material can help a lot. I've been Shaggy, you've been great, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and maybe even subscribing to help my tiny channel grow. Also, I'm on Twitter at ShaggyJebus, and I have a Patreon, so that maybe one day I can afford all of the wonderful manga that keeps coming out. It's patreon.com/ShaggyJebus. Have a great day, and remember, whatever your identity, you are valid, you deserve love, and by God, anyone that hates on you can just go straight to hell. They are not worth your time or energy. Good luck, everybody. I'm rooting for you.